Yeedledee. Live 3 minutes early. How we doing? I think it's live. Looks like it's live. I remember this game. Feels like a million years ago since I last played it. Even though it was 4 days ago? 3 days ago? Even? How we doing? How we all doing? Yeah, I left this off Thursday, I think, and now it's Monday. Whatever that is, I'm too tired to notice the difference. It's a Velda key. So... When I left it off... Ooh, 15. Yeah, all we need is a tribute to ingenuity. For that, which is just waiting on gears now. How's this doing on wood? It's actually doing pretty good, to the point where I could actually build more engines. How you doing, Veldank? You know what's funny? Do you want to know something funny? Kinda wish I was model painting right now. That was a lot of fun on the weekend. Just doing that little bit of painting. I enjoyed that. It kinda makes me want to do more. I've actually been shopping for more stuff. As well. Let's make that 0.5. Just re-raise this up. Yeah, paint some fingers, maybe accidentally paint some models while we're at it. Maybe I'll make that 1. Just lock it there. Yeah, because that's going to fill all that. Which is a lot of water. Even though I was using it for storage, it's actually... Watching paint dry was fun. Hello, Spellmaster, I'll say. It was good fun doing it as well. I'm actually thinking... I actually was thinking as well, maybe I could do some edited videos around that, describing it, and then, like, the actual process could stream. I don't know. How are we? Doing pretty good. Very tired, though. Another long day. Enduring day. Again. So, the thing that I was talking about doing was deleting that. And then grab power, plop, that's rotating this game, plop it there. Then we go high to low, low to high, high to low, I mean. Yeah, then we're gonna power on top of that. Yeah, like that. Hopefully you'll find some gears. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Question mark, question mark. And... yeah, engine. That's problematic. It also needs gears. I guess I can divert the gears away from the, that thing. That thing's production. You know the thing that I mean. Valvoline. I don't know why I said that. Let's see. We want angly bits. Then one of you, one of you, one of you. Straight throughs all the way through for the rest. And fun getting your car tyres. It is expensive, as you've now found out. Yeah, tyres are kind of a scam, in a way. It's expensive, but at least they last a good few years. And then you stretch out the wear by switching the fronts with the rears. As long as I don't buy stupid, hang on. It's actually a bit of a contradiction in a way, I was just thinking, because you can have cheap tyres that are expensive, because if you go down the path of a VL Turbo, you're going through a lot of cheap tyres in a very, very quick hurry. Super quick hurry. As, people that I've known in the past can attest to. One suggestion, have is to update a schedule with the picture and information of YouTube and Twitch, and maybe help with YouTube views. Yeah, I need to get on that. I'm also... I don't know, I've always been kind of lukewarm to the idea of of doing gaming stuff. To a world. I've never been able to feel like I can add anything to a world, which is, I think I just muted myself before I kicked the mute button. Yeah, I never, I always feel like I'm not able to add anything new to the market because it's so saturated. Like there's 11 trillion people, 19 dickety trillion people all doing gaming. It's super saturated. I mean, arguably, I probably should have done something a million years ago, back when it was starting out, and I had the opportunity to. Way back in like 2007. But oh well. But yeah, I've always felt like, as I say, gaming has always felt a bit eh. And that's why I never. It's part of the reason why I never did any like tutorial videos. Where I've hardly done any. Because yeah, it's just a saturated market of millions of the damn things. Yes. Thingy loading. Am I dropping frames? No good. It's just the preview, just terrible. Never a tutorial if you ask me. Yeah, it's true, and I suppose I could do some I never will. I say that I could do, but I never will. Potentially, like, I could do something, adding more. LBRY? Oh, yeah, that place. It has dislike counts. Dear. What a strange time to be alive, where people actually want the dislike button. You ask people, like, 10 years ago, and they would all just want the dislike button to go away. Because the dislike button just was able to make or break channels. Whereas these days, it's the same button. There's an argument to be said that it's kind of YouTube's fault for conditioning people with the like and dislike button, because it doesn't really the like and dislike button. You're basically conditioned to only ever press like. You're not really like, no one ever says press dislike if you don't like it, or most people don't. Bathtub streams and licking microphones is popular nowadays. Apparently, I needed a hot tub and some a tight onesie and yeah, some what do they call those things? Stereo oral microphone, whatever it is. Or you get two of them and go full stereo. I don't understand. It is something I genuinely don't understand. I really don't understand it. Ah, good, you're getting gears. How are you for planks? Lots. That's the answer to that question. Lots. Auto save. Yeah, so going back to the point of this thing, the objective is to max out all this. Ugh, roofs are still bad. It's actually useful, not for main engagement, otherwise wanted. Always wondered if everyone's Facebook started with it. What was the original train of thought? I've forgotten now. I hate to, yeah, I hate to single out anyone in particular, but I don't like doing meme videos too, even though they gain really good traction. Like Shorts potentially has a lot of potential, but at the same time, I'd rather have something with value rather than just cheap gimmicky stuff. Where are these gears going? Are they even producing any? No unemployed beavers in this district. Are you not making enough baby beavers? Got 5 things going. Oh, unemployed 5. Oh, I see how it is. Okay, what? 4 of you can go to District 1. Ah, easy. 8 out of 16, but I think quite a few of them, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, most of them are paused. I think one of them doesn't have a beaver. I take it. Yep, that one. Shredder, 1 out of 2. This one's paused. Printing press. 6 printing presses. Hang on a minute. Why is there 6 printing presses? Or is it 2? Oh, it's 2 beavers, that's why. Single short. Yeah, shorts are 2 plus 1 horse. Perfect head. It's I don't even know how I... It's one of those late night things. Need more clips too. Apparently, I don't get nearly as many clips as you should be. It'd be handy if I had advertising enabled too, but it won't enable like it keeps it keeps throwing an error every time I try and enable advertising, whatever reason. Because then I can actually do that. Because you can also boost the reach. You can actually pay to boost the reach once you have an AdSense. At least that's what I've heard. Actually, I'm not even sure. I think that part of the AdSense, I haven't signed the deal, so it doesn't actually matter. But I think technically you're not supposed to talk about that once you sign the AdSense deal. Oh well. I haven't signed up to it yet. Yeah, so this lot. How are you doing for... Oh, you actually have food and water. Excellent. I keep not giving them food and well, food's fine, but water definitely. I keep forgetting to give them water, which is kind of hilarious. Bloosh. Bring that back up and restore that. Watered and alive. There you go. There you go. Another good one would be the explanation of the camera view. I think it's time. I think it's also time I actually did see if I could yeet the name Koala on Twitch and then rename the channel on YouTube. I think it might be time to do that. Trouble is, there's so much real life stuff going on. It's kind of hard to really keep up the... I've had to push the streaming and stuff, and content creation stuff to one side for the last pretty much all this year, really. Since the middle of the year, since this project started, and it's yeah, it's not been great. The thing with early error schedule, people don't have feedback on what's normal. Yeah, that's generally been the argument, is that it normalizes the crazies. Like it, although admittedly I never look at like and dislike. You can usually tell just by watching it. Especially in, oh yeah, especially if someone's like, yeah, I don't like, if someone gets a group together and is like, yeah, I don't like this. Which, again, was always a problem on YouTube. Let's water you up. What are we at? Day 2 and we're still filling. And then day 3 and it's already drought again. It's crazy. It's crazy. %. It's not amazing. still making explosions? Yes. And the wood supply, since supplementing it and also having this, now that this has also come good, has also helped. District 1, how much you got? Oh, you're stonked out to the max. So yeah, this district can take more. Distribution limits, log. Hang on, what is it? Oh right, you're gonna hover over it. I keep forgetting that. It's something that looks like it wants to be clicked, but you just hover over it. Low, the resources below this limit are not carried out of the district. High, resources above this limit are not carried into. 100? High, 400 we'll say. 400, that way this lot will still dispatch more. So this lot should now dispatch more log. Yeah, you can see them moving logs in. You can see them going in and out with logs. I don't know if you can see the contents of this thing. You should be able to see, yep, 9, 6, 7 logs, 10 logs. Just like that. What are we at? 7. Are we? It's quite slow. It's quite slow. Where I really need those water wheels over here, but it's not really happening for me. I don't know how I do it. Yeah, the thinking was that I have a little canal with a whole lot of daisy chain wheels. I have a whole lot of wheels, but suppose I could run it like down this way and back. Maybe fill in that lot. I could also potentially use this lot here. How many? 2. It's 2 of them. Still slumming it out in the... Oh, they actually got 3 barrels done now. Oh, you're taking all the gears. I just realised. Yeah, delete that. Yeah, I just realised, like, oh, they're building barrels. That's where all the gears are going. So, yeah, it should be all water and logs and crap. Wait, you're giving... Oh, no, you're giving to District 2, not District 3 is this one. Yeah, we're on drought again, and we're only just spilling over to the first stage. Yeah, as I was saying before with the like and dislike thing, it's kind of in a way it's YouTube's fault for not really normalizing what the like and dislike actually meant, because they never really addressed the original problem with the dislike button in the first place. They sort of quietly made it the same thing, but never really explained it. Alright, that's going to start flooding. That down to 1.5. So it doesn't fill the whole thing, it only just partially fills it. That way it can just get more damn water down. Thank you, water save. Because we're 2.4 days to the next drought and haven't even filled up yet. So... how am I going to do it? Just thinking where's a good spot. I mean, potentially here. Is that one still going crazy with the flickering? 21 out of 25. Excellent. Yep, they're spinning now. Look at these go. Got 2,000 out of thingy. Can actually get that going. Yeah, 94% now. It's such a huge load. I'm also impressed that the beavers have managed to get some organ music going with this thing. It's kind of amazing. Hey, take a good morg evening. McEvening. Alright, we're filling this up. Yeah, it's almost full. We're pumping it down still. Globally, we have 13. I'm kind of feeling like this is starting to get towards the end of its run. This game. Starting to feel like it's getting towards the end of its run. But ooh, flood time. Maybe not. We shall move on to something else. Mithering sounds tasty. I wonder if it's a really tasty pie. Could be a really tasty pie. We don't have berries. Oh yeah, because they're all dried out. They're all dried out and dying because this place hasn't seen water in. It's still got a day to go at least, so I'll hopefully be able to fill this up. Feels like there's no middle ground when it comes to this crap. How are we doing now? We're actually seeing some pretty decent power going. Oh yeah, that helps too. That helps a lot. 13. I mean, we've got 3 gear makers cranking away at 100% efficiency, which is definitely something you want. That's starting to fill. They growing? They are growing. Excellent. So they'll get the beans again. How are we doing over here? We've got 4 of these done. Slowly increasing that, which means we can start eventually thinking about getting rid of that. Maybe actually starting to formalise this thing into a proper district would be a good idea too. That would be original, wouldn't it? That would be excellent. In that case, if I was to make this an actual thing, then 15. Let's bring that up to like 30 inhabitants, potentially 30 inhabitants. I mean, probably won't see most of them anytime soon. And the drought hath started. I can potentially raise that up. I mean, yeah, that's already stopped flowing too. That's slowed down, that's slowing down. Is that actually... It's only just barely made all the way down. Only just barely had enough wet time to get the water all the way through. There's just that much water stored on the map. And because it's so spread out, most of it will evaporate. So yeah, after doing that painting on the weekend, I'm kinda keen to buy more kits and do more stuff. I mean, I've only done like half of the they're not hopper wagons, they're just open wagons. And a few of the box wagons. Like I've done about a quarter of the entire lot that I bought. But I'm still thinking about getting more. I could get some. They also make some tanker wagons. Do up the tank wagons and gloves. Or watching paint dry with a koala? Exactly. And then maybe in the future I could get JMRI going, which is it's a controller that you can set up on the Raspberry Pi. It's like a little digital train controller that you set up on the Raspberry Pi. And tape to mark the camera rectangle on the workbench. Yeah, what I should do is actually zoom it to the entirety of the cutting mat. That would be smart. I still don't know where that other plastic knobbly thing has gone to. I also discovered that those plastic wheels are actually a little out of gauge. They're a little bit narrow. I have a feeling those wagons will derail at every available opportunity. What are we at? 1200? So we're a bit over, yeah, 60%. And that seemed like a good recto. It's a A3 size, yeah. I zoomed it right down because I wanted to get right in. But what I could do is... Oh, no, I can't. I was thinking I could crank up the resolution all the way to 4K because it's a 4K camera. But for whatever reason, on this PC, it pegs at 4 FPS for some reason when I do that. Even, like, it's on MJPEG at the minute, and for whatever reason, it won't do the normal on... like, it won't do the normal outputs. The non-MJPEG on the output. It drops to 4 FPS for some reason. Like it's detected FPS as 4 for whatever reason. The YUY2 or YUV, whatever it is. Color space, the proper which is meant to be, what's the proper color space? It means if you're in that color space, there's no translation, there's no color space conversion going on in OBS in the background. USB limit? Don't think so. It's supposed to be USB 3, and it's plugged into a USB 3 port, I think. He says. Is it? Or is it plugged into a... Oh, might not be. Oh, something went wrong with the microphone there. Hang on. It's just really crackling and going crazy. There we go. I think it's fine now. Cable USB 3. It's going through a USB 3 hub. Now, I think the port that it's plugged into might not be USB 3. That might explain it, because I think it... Oh, yeah. Because the thing that I was reaching for, I think, is actually a USB 2... Yeah, that's in a USB 2 port. Damn it, I made the buzz worse again. Oh, it's one of the plugs at the back. It's you. Probably is that's the downside of using a PUC from 2011. You, eh? I think that's one of the new... I think that's a new cable too that's buzzing. Yeah, that's the... Oh no, it isn't. It's one of the old ones. That's annoying. That's why I always have to end... That's why I always end up making my own cables. Some way to guarantee... Like, the cable doesn't fit properly over its, the... Let me start again. The... reinforcing tail, which is to stop it breaking at the connector. The cable going through it is the wrong size, so it's just loose, flopping about. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a strain relief boot. Oh, it's buzzing like crazy. Fault finding streams with the nerdy koala again? Yeah, always. Hi. Did you see me pulling apart a VCR a few weeks back? That was fun. If somewhat pointless, because I had no idea what I was doing. It was a machine which I never really seen the inside of. I like how I've just stopped playing the game at this point. This game gets kind of boring after a while. There we go. And so you did? Ah, well. In a way, you didn't miss much. In a way, it was kind of amusing. In a way, you get to see inside of a very old VCR. Where is it? Where's my plug? It makes noises. So, Yeah, it was this thing. None of the lights are on or anything, but yeah, the bench is up again. There. See, they're still there. I haven't moved them since the weekend, but that was over on Twitch. We were painting some train wagons. I'm gonna continue that next weekend. I'm gonna throw in a little ad for that there. I mean, catch up the series the past few days? Oh, that's right, yeah, I've been playing this. Yeah, I mean, not much has been. We only managed to die once. That was a good effort, at least for me. Right, can you make that please, and not make and maybe deprioritize that? How are we doing over here? Yeah, they're slowly building up the platforms. This game it's alright, but it very much runs out of momentum after a while. Like I've sort of once again reached that point where you notice that that's quite a lot lower. It sort of runs out of momentum after a while. Alright, now we weren't playing around with District 2 before, and there we go, we've got some housing. We managed to get the basics done and down. So probably, let's crank that up. Do you actually have planks? No. You're supposed to be getting planks from District 1. You're not getting them. District, have they burnt? No, they got 700 planks. How are they doing? 70%. We're at 15. Oh, yeah, roof has gone up again. Carousel's actually doing really good. We just need to get the tribute to ingenuity, and maybe if I had the manpower, we could get the printing going. I think the answer to that is to make more breeding pods. Maybe just one more. It's very easy to overdo it and have a population explosion. Nibbling at logs for late game stuff. Nibbling at logs and metal. Just that went straight. That's a r/whoosh. I am very tired. I sort of get it, but it took a little. It took some loading. Took some loading. Actually, another thing for the bench too is I don't know how much I'll be able to do on the bench, but I've been shopping for. God damn, that preview just really has a bad time. I mean, shopping for Vortex 86 modules. Which I saw that project recently, which was on LGR. Mr. Bonus Can, hello. But have they iron in their teeth? Yes. These are iron teeth beavers, therefore they have iron in their teeth. Are they slumming it out here? No. Good. Is it still just these two beavers? They've just been keeping the whole place going. Campfire? LED. Actually, where's the temple? Temple can fit, maybe, possibly. I might see to where is it? Landscaping. See to doing some landscaping just here. I wonder if the beavers from the other district can do that. That'd be interesting to see if they do that. I mean, there's potential. Call your bonus. Not Mr. Bonus Can. Bonusing. There. Sir Bonus Can Esquire the Third. An effective way to make a dam deeper than 3 blocks seems to be like 3 deep floodgates. Yeah, not really. Like, I ran into the same problem. Like, this thing is actually 6 deep, but it's effectively the bottom three tiles don't really go anywhere. Yeah, it's you're limited by those floodgates, triple floodgates. I think in another map, I did have a tiered system going on. Yeah, it's pretty well limited. I've actually gone with the 6 high here because I want to move the entire map's water supply up to here eventually. That's why I got all the barrels going on here, and that's why it's, and then it can make use of the 6 deepiness. Because then I'm not drawing water from here like I am now, and here, which is, yeah. It seems like the better way to go would be to have multiple 2 or 3 deep tiered sort of dams. I've been thinking about too. Can't stack the floodgate? Yeah, it's a shame. It's kind of annoying you can't walk on them either. You have to build these paths through them. I was thinking about making this little canal for the water wheels to go, just go down and then around, zigzag, down and down. I'm not sure how well that'll work. I mean, one tile wouldn't hurt. It'd be good to have like a big. That would be one potential. No, that wouldn't work actually. I was thinking you'd have a levee which is like a big levee like this, and then one single dam tile at the bottom, but you can't do that. The dam has to be on the top. You can't have like a dam tile on the bottom. Because then you could, if that was the case, then you could have one tiny little outlet, one tiny little spout down low, which is continuously outputting. But the game doesn't allow that. I think we worked out that that was actually an engine limitation. Like the water, the game has an overall height for the water, and it can't. It sort of doesn't quite understand water being under like a levee. Damn the devs. Damn straight. Can you build on floodgates? No, you cannot build on top of floodgates. They even emphasize this by the little thing on top, little roof on top. Yeah, similar story with the dams. You can't build on top of those. Even though they're solid, you can't put a levee on top of it. No, you may not build that. I mean, you can put stuff on top of these. Like that. But you can't stack water higher than them. Righty. Hey, we got that done. How's that coming along? 141. A damn shame? It is. Ooh, they're working on that one now. How about you? Hey, they did actually build it. Oh, it's because I built that. Nice. Alright, so, leisure. Or the game autosaves. Or you can just click randomly somewhere. Yeah, there. Give them a couple of campfires. I mean, eventually they're going to use them. It's a little optimistic at the minute, but they'll eventually use it. Top terrace. I suppose a better idea would be to add decoration in the form of a roof there and a roof there. They can't get to that for now, but that's fine. And then... 101 path. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bam. There. Like that. Some stairs. For some reason, I fell into this trap thinking Rooftop terrace has to be on top of houses. It actually doesn't. It can be on top of anything. So you might as well just put them on some platforms, and then it's all good. And if I'm super duper lucky, this lot will come in with just all of the logs in the universe and build all this crap for them. Here they come. Look at them go. 100, 120, just like that. Where's the district centre there? What's the boundaries of it? So you can actually do all this crap. It's pretty good. And these beavers can get busy doing that. Alright, we have 4 unemployed beavers, so I think it's time to give them a bit of the old migrate again. Over here. So there's 6 here now. One's gonna man the pump, maybe? Possibly? Question mark, question mark? Not? Oh, there's now 1 employee. Alright. There we go. Gonna go get lunch, alrighty. What'll it be, though? That is the question. I imagine it'll be beer with a side of kebab or something. Oh, I think that was from I think that beaver was from this district. How much more is there? I think that's it for that lot there. Alright, if I wanted to get that built, I'm going to need to bring up that. That should be enough, hopefully. Ah, my foot's gone to sleep. Again. That happens way too often. Now, annoyingly... About there. They already built it. Yeah, well, don't build that one, beavers. Build this one. Ow. Don't build that one either. Never mind. Built it. I'll make a triple platform. And I'll try the two and see what happens. With any luck, this lot will come round here and build this one. Just get help from all the other districts. Beer with a side of kebab, tortilla, or Subway sandwich. It was always going to be beer with a side of something. It's like the ultimate student lunch. Yes, let the water be through. Let the water fill the thingy. 13.9 days. Ugh. It'll fill that up, so it's probably fine. I just dump it. Can't hurt, can it? Is that dried out? Yeah, it's dried out. That puddle's still pretty full. Set that. What are you at? You're at 3. Got 1. None out of 4 there. Where are all the... So, 1? Where are they? So, forester, gatherer, and lumberjack, and that's it. You not touching that? Oh, you're probably full up on lumber, that's why. It's still flowing in. Raise the water leveler here. I still wish there was some degree of automation to automate these floodgates. That would be amazing. I do like automation. Cheers, I like to play that stupid factory game. Yeah, you're getting logs and plank. Oh, well, you're getting logs, you're not getting planks. Da, da, da. Suppose I could send them some grilled potatoes and some, not wheat, or is it bread? Sure, efficiency at 95%. That's pretty good. How are we doing here? We're up to 8. Oh, and they're getting nutrition now too. Some, I think they're getting it from the neighbouring district. And this one, it's actually up to 30. Oh yeah, we do actually have both of those. So we just need to get the ingenuity thing here too. And then they'll be super duper duper happy. They are struggling on the campfire life, however. I could put another one there. It's kind of annoying having campfires require. Well, it's annoying in two ways because they need flat ground, and then you can't build on top of them. So you can't stack like houses on top of them. Yeah, they're super tall buildings, and then you have the rooftop terraces on top. But I mean, it's one use for building roofs, but it's not the only by any means. Just need to get the beaver statues done too. Kind of, these things are kind of lost space. I suppose. Oh, it's a baby beaver. I suppose you can stack the storage and the houses very high. Dinner and trains and such. You found Luke Town's channel. Luke Towns. Is that the Australian dude that does a lot of dioramas? If so, I don't subscribe, but I have seen some videos. I've actually been following. There's a few that I've been following for forever. Yeah, because the name sounds familiar. DJS Trains. I've been following him for ages, years. Imagine beavers with trains. That'd be fun. I wonder if that'll come in an coming update. Just little train, beaver railroads going between districts. Instead of having the haulers, the distribution haulers, you have trains. Okay, I'm keen for that. Colour them V-line. Yeah, yep, that's the one. Yeah, I got interested. The thing that got my interested with, that tickled my interest with him was he resin printed those. Wouldn't mind giving that a go. Australian trains are generally a pain to make, or not to make, to get. They always have been for since forever. Because no one makes a full kit ready to run or otherwise. It's always a rebody of another loco. So you have to buy. So it's like a few $100s for the new body, and then you have to buy the donor chassis to make the loco. So that got me super interested. So you have to buy like if you wanted like a V-line T-class, you have to buy some donor Bachman or Athern, I think it is. I don't remember now. Like you'd have to buy the entire thing, as it's 200, $300. And then you'd spend like another 150 on the replacement body. Had a crazy idea about doing Puffing Billy diorama, but nah. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but yeah, getting the actual engines is, as I say, it's a major pain. It's very expensive. There's also the argument that it's been done. It's been done. I've seen a lot of Puffing Billy models in my time. It's actually why I do the British stuff. Is the British stuff is it's kind of an interesting, eccentric mix. Because when they were doing diesels, they got like 5 something companies all just to compete with different designs. Whereas here we just imported like 3 different types of loco from the US and Europe. and then uh, most of the action happened pre-1950s. After the 50s, that's when all the tracks started getting pulled up. So you can't do anything newer than quaint little steam branch lines. Because then, you're getting blanks? No. I'm not. Neither are you. It's probably... Ooh, I wonder if I can just not the levee, the path. Delete that path a little bit. I'm just thinking, just move this district gate over a little bit and see if this district can... Yeah, I think I can see some activity right away. Yep, I did it. I iterated it. There we go. Just like that. Yeah, it's to do Australian railway modelling. Oh no, we don't want to delete that. Thankfully, it has a confirm button when you do that, because that could have ended badly. How are we doing here? Yeah, that's dried up. Pumped it dry. Yeah. Realistically, a diorama of Puffing Billy, you'd be doing the Trestle Bridge, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot. I mean, there's some cool scenery, but generally, that's really the one scene that sort of establishes it. Yeah, I kind of like the British stuff. Europe is also kind of interesting, but I don't have German train money. What do they call it? Markland Tricks. What was the other one? I've forgotten the name of it. Where the loco started like $1,000. Markland Tricks. Fleischmann. That's it. Fleischmann. No one has Fleischmann. Definitely no one has Fleischmann money. It's like Emerald Lake would be interesting. Oh, I've forgotten all about that. Yeah. Lakes are also a lot easier to do than they are these days because you can get resin kits to do lakes. And you can do some really cool things. You got one of the crocodile? Yeah, I have no idea how much I hate that. Because I've been trying to get one and I've just never been able to get one. I've been wanting one of those and it's just always out of stock every time I try and go get one. It'd go nice next to the Emerald Knight. Alright, how are we doing here that this thing's going? We're up to 16. There's your mandatory bot telling you to press like button. Efficiency 61%. Yeah, because it doesn't have maximum power. Does that mean it only gives 60% of... Yeah, that's actually... it's more like 75% there. If I'd have thought about it, I would have actually placed placed this further over, but I wouldn't get as much radiated out onto the district. This thing's super crazy too. It's just got gears and things for the sake of gears and things. The beaver in a hoodie too. Yeah, if I can. There it is. Like, this thing consumes a lot of power. What the heck does it do? It just has these things that go in and out and things that turn and move on the beaver head. What is it? It's 600. Stupid. Yeah, now we've burned through all the logs. Yeah, I still really want to get the crocodile, if I can. I think it's being discontinued soon. I heard something about that. I was actually, yeah, the trouble is I was also looking at more kits to build on stream too. And so, also money. I know, is it back in stock on the website? Yeah, temporarily out of stock. It's always out of stock. Did you get it locally? Out of curiosity, like a Myers or something? I suppose it's the kind of thing they'd stock. Trouble, as I said, trouble is you haven't really had the opportunity to go to a Myers in a year. How are you looking? 26, excellent. I mean, you got a lot of barrels to fill there. Oh, they do actually have another 3 to go. Did have another 3 to go. I take it that one's out of range too. I managed to bring this one up to 9 at least. Carrots. Still need carrots. I wonder... I wonder... I does. I park that there. What I'm thinking is I trick one of these other districts into building some large warehouses. And if they're close enough to the district gates, maybe the spillover from this agricultural production, from their agricultural production, will end up here. Yeah, they're both coming to, to build it. And then if I actually remember to disable everything in time, then it will actually each store the right amount of... won't be spilling over with random crap, and it'll actually be storing just the one. Yeah, see, if I pause it now, and I set that to none, we say this one stores bread. And then maybe a spillover of bread will find its way in here. Because this place has a little bit of bread. Not a huge amount. Potatoes then. No, grilled potatoes. Grilled potatoes is what it wants. So there should be a lot of those. Yeah, 425. Maybe a small one there. I mean, it could. It was. Yeah, why not? I was just thinking I could build a platform there. Like that there. Good place to store some rats. In real life, just having this little canal underneath it. Be a good place for the rats to hang out. A good place to store it if you just suspend it on pillars in water. Good way to just drown some rats. And sploosh that down. That'll do. Just have to replenish what's already up here. Eh? No. So you were grilled potatoes, you were... yeah, we'll say this one's bread. And I'll mark this one up for carrots. Yep, it's already found some grilled potatoes. This place is also grinding flour and making bread in theory. Yeah, it is actually making bread. I feel like there's a lot of room for min-maxing this game. Food storage next to houses, minimizing walking distance. Oh yeah, definitely. Admittedly in this playthrough, I've been more focused on maintaining water supply, so it's nowhere near as min-maxed as any of the others. And admittedly, even then, I haven't really put any effort into it. It seems like you can min-max it, but you can also just throw beavers at the problem too. There seems to be something about making a giant central tower of housing. If you get that right, there seems to be something there too. I guess you could make a tower with storage on the lower levels, housing, and then the upper levels you could have carousels and rooftop terraces. It gets a bit awkward because you need you actually, rooftop terrace. The top of the houses really need actual roofs. So that kind of changes up the strategy a little bit. I sort of did that on one of the previous runs. God dang it. He's already found some keys in there. Carrots. It's gonna be like a million beavers all rushing to fill it full of carrots. Because the other faction, I can't remember what they're called. They have this underground storage warehouse, which you also can't build on top of. Trouble is, it's also an amazing warehouse because it's super convenient. What are you holding? Metal blocks. Scrap metal. So how far did that spill over? Oh, it only went to there. Okay. Yeah, you could have like a tower of housing and then just thinking about it. It was something I did in the other playthrough in the plateau map. There, 10, 16. That holds 16. Whereas the other one, like this holds 15, so it's way higher density. I think this one's actually better than the higher one. Because then you can stack them potentially. Like little blocks like this. 5, 6, 6. Had something like that in the other one, and then so you need these things need to work best. They seem to need this on top, that, this and that, like that. I mean, these can be stacked on top as well. Have like a large warehouse to store things. Like how this is the focus of attention now. Focus of my attention, that is. What do you need? You need 3. Something like that. Ah, but then I don't have a way to get up a layer. What I would do is just fill in all these to make it level. So then you can stick like a carousel on top. If you do it right, actually, if you get the carousel there, then you can you can actually transfer power through houses. So it's lit up green, which means you can plug the power shaft into the back of it, and it transfers through some poor beaver's kitchen, which is kind of hilarious. The downside is it's pointing the wrong way. I nearly said painting. It's pointing the wrong way. Like it's pointing away there. So it's maximum running distance there. I mean, it doesn't have to point that way. Point that way. But it'd probably be best like that. Then you could have some like storage there just to round it off. Could be housing there too. Like this could be the large barrack because it's the same footprint. Potentially. Love the idea one of the beavers having a rotating log poking through the window and under his bed. It's so funny. I saw the thing light up and I was like, hang on a minute. Does that mean you can run the power shaft log straight through houses? And then it turns out you can. It's a solid building, so so it counts. Carousel. There. And then you can get the rooftop terrace like there and there. Footprint's a little bit wider. Then there. Can that stretch down? No, just barely. What I was thinking was going down, down, then back up. Oh yeah, you can actually. No, you can. If I delete that. Oh, and the path, I was thinking having it go an extra tile out, then in. There, you go up. There, and then goes up another tile. That's sort of close. It's still a bit of... I mean, if you take this and put it on the other side, that would minimize running distance even further. And then you could... potentially, if you... Like, if you needed more housing rows, you could alternate between the storage and the temples and things, but you shouldn't need to, really. Like, a single row would cover everything. And have, like, a temple... Oh, you could have a temple there. Drought has ended. I actually quite like that. I'd probably keep it as a single row, though. How's this drained? By quite a lot it has. By quite a lot. I haven't been paying attention. It's certainly more efficient than this sort of thing. Yeah, just spread out like campfires and temples around it, depending on how many there is. What about 80? Alright. It's just got the gears. Kind of hoping... it's because of the deliveries. That's why. I was like, I was kind of hoping that... I was thinking I was thinking they were coming from these districts, but no, it was coming from the deliveries. So I could just add the deliveries in and that'd be all good. What is it? It's add. I'll leave it 100. 100 is fine. Can't get all materials. Let's bring it up and just get it done. Housing. Get some of the breeding pods going, because this is starting to become a self-sustaining colony. Building halted. Breeding halted? Not building. Oh yeah, have I zoomed in on the little beaver larvae recently? So it's definitely horrifying. There's some ones. Yeah. It's a monster. You can see through. There it is. It's all like what's the term is? It's also deforming and squishing about, which is kind of weird too. Like a zebra sort of thing. Patterned, whatever it is. I can't think there's an actual word for it. Words fail me. On many occasions. It's bobbing about like an accordion. Is it beaver kind? Also, is this thing spilling over yet? No, it's still filling. Short on planks, aren't you? Yes. I'll take that as a yes. Ah, they're done. What's that? Do you actually get berries? Yes. I am sending berries there. I keep forgetting that. This place has no no lumber, of course. These things just destroy lumber. It's kind of cool having these engines, but at the same time, the windmills are so much better. These things just are nowhere near as good as windmill. I mean, windmills aren't perfect, but it's free energy. That's for most of the time, except when the wind's not blowing. Oh, you still got wheat. Block scrap metal. I think I was keeping this one here because they were sort of sharing, but I don't think they are anymore. How is my forgotten abandoned district doing over here? They're up to 6, 1 unemployed. Alright, you can pump then. How are they generally here? Got grilled potatoes. How did you get grilled? Am I sending grilled potatoes? I think I am. Yeah, I'm sending grilled potatoes. Oh, that's right, because I gave them berry. I got them to grow berries. Ah, excellent. We're spilling over. I'm actually just wondering if I can raise it up a tile, but no, I can't. Then this would have problems. So it can't. I mean, I could blow up all this. Could blow it all up and make it deeper. Filling this up. Should deepen this trench actually. If anything, I should be deepening that. Although I don't think it'll water all that. I don't think it'll water it. It's spilling over. Restriction it puts on dragging dynamite is annoying. I guess it's one way to water it is by flooding it. Alright, time for you to backfill. Yes, I backfill over the top of the lumber. Got another one done. How many gears you got still? 12. It's a total of... Is it 9... 10, 2700. It's fairly significant. I'm actually wondering what to do next. This is the thing with the game, is it sort of... Once you... I mean, the goal that I was sort of aiming for was to max out all the... Why are your campfires so low now? Makes no sense. My sort of goal that I set myself was to max out all these. Ideally in all districts, but it's they're actually getting tribute of ingenuity coverage. Oh, it's probably the traders, that's why. That's probably what's doing it. But yeah, getting the tribute of ingenuity through all of the districts is a challenge. It's a challenge. Oh, you're paused. I was like, why isn't it flowing? It's because it's paused. Right, one day, hopefully. One day until... Oh, I also just realised most of this tower's actually gone too. Most of that ruined tower's gone, so I'm going to need to find a new one. A new one, actually. I think that's the first time I've ever actually done that, because most of these towers generally have a lot of metal in them. So it's difficult to actually consume them. Yeah, like these things, it's actually, I think appears quite a few times, and it's actually quite a lot. I suppose there's one there. There's actually not a lot of ruins on this map. Ruins are kind of the ultimate bottleneck on the game. Once you run out of ruins, there's no more metal for no more metal for any more antiques, which makes it difficult to make large metal platforms. I think from memory these things were 5 high. 5 high? 2, 3, 4 high. Was it 5 high? Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it does have the thing, the dots there. Yeah, 4, 5, 8 is 5. I'm trying to build those in another game. Even on normal, it was difficult. It's just so much metal. Yeah, 500. Was the big ones? I can't actually remember now if it was the big ones or the little ones. Ah, good, you're flowing again. Filled up all that, filled up all this. In point 2 of a day, it'll... will it spill over? Kinda curious. And that is it. Drought hath started. While it floods there. And there. Yep. It stops pretty much instantly once you dam all that off. You block that up a little bit, by chance. It'll just flow around anyway. Because it's all dams. It did spill over just a teeny bit. Actually, I think it's spilling over a little bit more than last time. What are we at? 27 days. Seems to have pegged out at 27 days. Seems to have reached a sort of maximum that the drought reaches. We'll say that. Nice. With a bit of luck, that'll keep this watered for a little bit longer than it normally does. 60% still. These are all running. He's only getting 1600 out of 2600 though. What are we sitting at? 15. Yeah, campfire's weird. What have I got? 2, 4, 6 campfires, and they're just not making use of it. I think it's a time. It makes me. I do wonder if it's a time thing, because they spend so much time running about that they never actually. Oh, I know why. They need a little bit less of that. They need a shorter working hour, and then they have more time for recreation. Slight rain outside reminds you that you have a hole in the shoe. Ah, yeah. Just what you always wanted. Nice wet feet. One child there to 4 adults. Check the new cook in the kebab place. If yes, get kebab. Tortilla XXL contains cabbage, 3 stars of extra meat, cheese and olives. I really want that now, even though I've already had dinner. Back to 14. The roof thing, I still don't know how to fix that. I still, like, I've been putting roofs along here, trying to give them a little bit more passive coverage from the roof, but I think it needs to be in here, I suspect. Give me an idea. If it radiates, an effect, I suppose I can build these here, and then it'll radiate into the buildings. Olives, no thanks. Depends on what kind of olives. Yeah, because that sort of affects that building. Olives, depends on the olives. Some olives can be cool, some are not so great. Green olives, yeah, take it or leave it. I'm sort of on the fence with those. Black olives or Calabata? Yeah, I'll go those. I think I kicked mute again. I said particularly Calamata there. I'm still not used to the kicking the mute thing. Oh, I can't do that anymore. It's black olives. So yeah, it's not bad. All of it not for you? Don't discriminate. I hate all olives equally. How about now? So in theory they should have more time to go to campfires and such. I suspect it's still too spread out though. Are they? Hang on. Are we homeless? I got more beavers than I do... Yes, I got more beavers than I do housing. Ah... yeah, look at that. All maxed out. Easy. In that case... it's a good thing these things are like super slim. So then I can just cram them in like crazy areas like there. And sneezing. What do you mean bad? Only 11 of them are slumming it out. On the streets, only 11 of them are on the streets. About there. Tempted to move the thingies. Boop. And pop. And maybe we'll rearrange these a little bit. I might just bring them in line there. We're all out of logs. Decoration, you... Nope, wrong one. That one. I don't think they can get... Oh, they can get to it. I have no idea... Oh, they could probably get to it there. Get to it somehow, I was going to say. Yeah, 15, so it's probably losing out on carousel. A revolutionary idea? You can live stream on YouTube and at the same time stream webpage or YouTube video over Twitch as commentary reaction video and just chatting category. Oh, what's this idiot got to do next? Oh, you dumb. You are such a dumb. That is on you, mate. Seriously, that is on you. Can you actually back these into each other? I'm kind of curious. I mean, still be stuck. Don't be beavers, still be stuck. Just kind of. It's actually got the. Oh, I was clicked on the thingy house. Is he related? He must be related to. Must be related to Stinky from O'Neill. Stinky? I don't think I've had a Stinky get stuck. Maybe a Lurder. Lurder likes to get stuck. Let's bring it up. Trouble is there's no wood in the district because we're burning it all to run the carousels. 53. 463. So much effective. Let's slow these down a little bit. Maybe turn on the printing presses. Might also help with, yeah, let's bring it up to 75%. 5 out of 35. I'm not going to build it this time though. Are they dead yet? They're going to die soon. Hunger and or thirst. They're up to age 5. They spent an entire year in there. In theory, but they haven't actually. I can't actually remember. Do they age by days? I think they do. Yeah, 6. They age by days. Homeless and unemployed. Could name them dumbass. Why aren't they building this thing? Ah. You dead yet? No. Just a little bit further. I'm actually genuinely wondering where the builders are at. What the hell are they up to? Hanging out there. Why can't they build it? Is it because there's a beaver in the way? Yes. Oh, and the, yeah, died of thirst. Yeah, they needed to die of thirst. Yeah, it does actually need a connection. Bloosh, bloosh. It did actually keep it watered though. A little trench, deepening that trench. It's handy actually having it not spill all the way back in too. Probably at the point where I can demolish these. Not really servicing anything. So, not really serving any purpose anymore. Either way, what's the sensor there? 36 out of 40. 5 out of 56, so it just barely got enough. So now that's all satisfied. They're almost satisfied. Statues, barely satisfied. Tribute of Ingenuities. Also struggling on the struggle bus a bit. Hopefully we'll get some books as well. Oh yeah, in theory there should be, thinking over here again. Where is it? Somewhere over here. I think it's flooded. There it is. Maybe some large storage warehouses for the food, and then some smaller ones for the newspapers and things. Is it? Is it just newspaper? I think it's just newspaper. Yeah, books, not newspapers. Yeah, newspapers. I suppose you could use a big one if you're really keen. I have a feeling it's just a bit more effective to use too, even if it kills the efficiency. Oh, I think I filled all that up again. Possibly, maybe. Yeah. When I let all that out, I think I did actually fill a good chunk of it up. Because this is full again, and it's... I don't think it filled this by a huge amount, but at least a little bit, because I'm pretty sure there's already water there. So it's gone up to 15. Need the books now. Why aren't you running? Oh, you maxed out on books. That's why. Fine. You can just take the books then. Let's see how many beavers come round. So we've got 23, 24. Okay, they're delivering. Now we're removing. What do beavers do when they take them? 24. I'm kind of curious what they do with the books once they collect them. Like, do they just consume them? Hang on. Seems like they just consume them. What are you doing there? Something on his back. Carries nothing. Books is just maxed out. Where are they going? It's just sitting at the rooftop terrace. It seems like he's got a book strapped to his back. Strapped to their back. Oh, they're at the campfire now. Better not be burning books, damn it. Yeah, they've all got books on their back. Ah, they just wear it. I had no carousel fun lately. Trim plus 3, social plus 3, 2, plus 4. Nope, they're back at another terrace. Yeah. It's going home, I think. Yep. That's 15. All being 17. I think 18 was the max. Is it 4, 3, 2? I already lost count. 4, 3, 12, 15, 17, 18. Yeah, so the max is 18. We're at 15 right now, so we just need to get a little bit more books going. And then we can say we're done. Also, too far, you say. Not with that attitude. Damn. So, leisure, campfire. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. And a detonate. Yeah, and there's another path. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Mistakes were made. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, landscaping. Blow up that for me, please. Now, or go socialize. Books are still increasing. I can sort of turn it 17. It's rising. I can turn it into a victory if I see this reached 18. And I can say I maxed out happiness. Even though this one's at 14, it's never going to get everything else. And this one I think is at... Oh, it's actually at 11. I actually got it to 11. But main thing is I got it up to 18. I can say, yay, I maxed them all. I should get a thing for it if it ever makes it. Come on, books, you know you want to. In the future, I should see about doing some custom difficulty. Maybe seeing how the game behaves that way. Just try and find a balance, like halfway between a super difficult and medium. Because medium gets super easy after a while. There we go. Just what you want while you're relaxing. It's just some TNT going off in the background. It still cracks me up that the beavers have discovered the powers of TNT. TNT, it's dynamite. I stopped myself because I realized where I was going, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to embrace it. Like, it's the one thing they learned from the post-apocalyptic world: how to blow things up. Like, they're in this sort of feudal, older than Tudor, I think it is, sort of Tudor stage. It's probably not even Tudor stage, really. Need enemies like termites. Yeah, it needs another. You're right. It does need another. It needs an ongoing, some other threat sources. Because the idea of the drought is, it works until you conquer it. But yeah, it's like feudal. They're in the feudal stage, but they have explosives. Yeah, because they got the iron working, so feudal's not far off. Right, we at 18, 17. Still rising. Will you win the fight? The final solution to the termite problem involves a lot of explosives. I must admit, my Akadaka memory is not amazing. Probably has a lot to do with the fact they only like the pre-79 albums. I heard that beep. I always forget their names. I was just poking Discord then. I always forget their names. The original singer who died of alcohol poisoning in the late 70s. What a way to... That is such a metal band way of going. To died of alcohol poisoning overnight. Well, it was actually a mixture because I think they also kinda... I think it was a combination of alcohol poisoning and hypothermia because they just slept it out in the car. And I believe it was a cold. I seem to remember it being a cold night. The point is, it was the better singer. It was way better. The dude that replaced him was always kind of grating by comparison. Trying to do the same sound. It sounded like it just had a mouthful of cotton while it was trying to scream. Alright, we're up to 6. I probably should send some gears over there too at some point. Yeah. It's not like we're down on gears or anything. Whereas I don't want to send it to that thing. Well, I want to get them there, but I want to send them to there. There. Hmm. God, 17. Oh, it's so close. Printing as much as we can. It's tempting to start up another one and just load it down even further. How's the water doing? Still, oh, 1.3 there. Easy. Still looking good. It's actually all still looking pretty good. I haven't really torn through a lot of water. Hey, we got it. Very tempted to keep stocking up more barrels of water. And yeah, and then I can start distributing. Distribution post, yeah. Get a whole bunch of these things going, and shipping water out. Just fill the whole thing in. Yeah. One. It's kind of a strange design on these things. It's kind of like a... It's sort of out of place because it's got the whole tent thing going on. It's not quite... It doesn't quite have the same... Yeah, it's got this kind of Turkish marketplace type thing going on, and it sort of stands out because it's the only two buildings which have awnings on them, tent awnings on them, or canvas awnings, I guess you could call them. Everything else is all very much, well, very low-tech lumber based. Whereas this thing, it's actually kind of clay based too. There, it's like a frame around clay. Yeah, it's odd. It doesn't have that kind of texture to it where it looks kind of like roughly gnawed logs. It's kind of, yeah, it's just got that, I suppose, I mean, seeing these in the background, they kind of got the clay look going, which also makes no sense because this thing is basically just some barrels internally. Meant to be some storage barrels. I guess, I wonder if they were going to do clay or something. Wonder if that's like a future thing. Maybe they're going to do some clay or masonry of some kind. It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, sort of rough cut logs. I never really looked that closely before. Never really noticed, but yeah. Same with the bakery too. It's also didn't ever notice the potato hanging out front. Yeah, it's also more like a clay-based building. Um, three. Ah, you're the one pumping out all the babies, which is kind of not surprising. 0. Where are they all going? District center, distribution post. Okay. I suppose thinking about it, I'd completely forgotten because this thing is complete garbage and I don't like it. Is the water dump. You could use a 6 high water source with the help of a water dump. So you could pump it out using a deep water pump, which reaches down 6, and then you could use the water dump to return the water somewhere, like over here. Just keep this refilled. Again, that would be amazing with automation. You know, you could turn the water dump off, on or off, with some kind of logic. That would be nice. It's also kind of a circular argument having it, a circular logic having these draw all the water out and then having the dump here. But if I don't need those anymore, better. Actually kind of curious now. Does this thing... I wonder if this thing stops once it reaches the end, or once the thing reaches maximum, the technical maximum height, or does it just keep on going? Let's put it there and see. I suppose the ultimate solution would be to put it one tile down, and then when the building floods, then it can no longer be worked. Pipes would go a long way too. That way you don't need beavers to carry it to the water dump. You could have the pumps pipe into the water tanks, into the water dumps. That would also be nice. 1.17. That actually went down a lot. Could have this district entirely dependent on, like up here or something. Or if I was super duper clever, I could extend this right around and have it extend over to here, and then they could just pump out of that. But that's way too much effort. Saying that, however, let me get rid of that. I mean, in saying that, realistically, what it would involve is getting some levees like this. And then, you know, bring it like down to here and around to here. Cross there and then cross there. And yeah, that's way too much effort. Oh yeah, shopping centre, for your lunch, another shopping centre which just under 2 km away, had to evacuate. Ooh. Fire evacuation, they set fire to it. Or, false alarm evacuate. Don't you love a false alarm? Don't you love a good false alarm evacuate? Fire in the air conditioning in one of the food restaurants. Is the grease? Potentially. It's a bit odd though. I suppose if it was in the vents, the grease collected in the vents could have burnt. Or it could have been a compressor burnout or something. Just self-destructed. Right, are we there yet? Wow. 17 still. It's just on the precipice of maxing out. What are we looking at? We've still got getting a few books. I think I've kinda let's pause that. Kinda killed it, but yeah, because it's only look how slow it's turning. Campfire's so close. But it's killing it. It's killing the dream. It's the campfire's killing the dream for all of us. Oh boy, sleepy. And then overall, yeah. I'd like to think that I've got it pretty close though. Yeah, they're all in the 90s. 91 out of 96 is the lowest. Doesn't that only apply to adult beavers as well? It does. There's a beaver. Come on. Come on. Click on every beavers. There you go. Working speed. Oh, it's actually gone. Yeah, they've all gone down. Into building there, the shaft for the pipes. Vents. Vent for air, but can't be connected to vent. Don't restore oven, risk of fire. Fire in high building. Oh yeah, it yeah, would draw fire all the way up through the building. Yeah, every time I've known of an air conditioning fire, it's always a mechanical room problem where some motor or compressor is caught fire. It's just locked up and just burnt out and set fire. Either it's just the thing making a ton of smoke, or it has actually caught fire. Hey, another campfire down. Oh, so close. I really just want to get it to 18, and then I can say, let's move on to another game. I want to do. I was actually thinking of doing another game this week, but I hadn't really thought that. I mean, so tired and busy. I haven't really thought that far ahead. What I do next? Same dealio again. Carousel? Yeah, carousel. Just need a few more books. Looking, 56%. Yeah, because these aren't going. What are you? What are we at here? Nope, not you. You. 3. Okay, beavers, you got more campfires than you could ever possibly know what to do with. 17. 16, 17. Carousel's probably killing it now. Killing the dream. I mean, they do also have to travel a long way to get the books, which is probably not helping. But the thought is that I had was that it could have been enough. Like they could have had a grease fire in a grill or something, and that tripped off a duct detector. That made not necessarily a fire in the vents, but it could have been a fire near it, and then that's tripped off a sensor in the ducts. So usually have like CO2 and heat sensors in there, which would go off if the CO2 concentration's too high, or if the vent suddenly gets extremely hot. I don't know what the specifics are for what's over there. I actually don't really know the specifics here, come to think of it. I've just heard of them being a thing. Nothing much beyond that, really. Dare I add more? I mean, it would be irresponsible not to. Not that I really want to take it much further, but why not? So yeah, if I was to add more barrels of water, I'd do that. I mean, technically you don't really need these because there's a giant water store right underneath. But hey, it's fun to do. It's fun to just flex the excess that the Beaver Nation has. Oh, one more. One off. There we go. What are you looking at? 12 adults. A fair few adults going on. Employed 2. Well, I guess, you're doing the pumping. Yep, one off. I suppose alternatively, I could just watch watch instead of doing a game, I could just paint more of the wagons. Look at them all slow down. I feel like even though it's not saying 18, I feel like I have actually accomplished what I intended and got it maxed out. Still dumping. Well, you can't pump. You please. Limits. Let's pump that up to 2,500. That means I'll quite happily take it. Water. Let's mark that as 700. So they won't take more than 700. Cool. I give up. They're never gonna do it. I think there just isn't quite enough book production to get it over the line. I think they're consuming them just a little bit too fast to get for everyone to get a book before they destroy it and want a new one. Beavers are very violent with books. I suppose that as they read the page, they eat. Instead of turning over a page, they just eat the page. Otherwise, how's this one looking? It's growing. It's gaining a little bit. Oh, I haven't checked on over here in a while too. Died of hunger. Died of hunger. Died of hunger. Died of hunger. Oh. Oops. Oopsie. I think I forgot something again. But how, I mean, yeah, they got the bread and they got the carrots and they got the baked beans. And I'm not quite sure how that happened. It's not like they're out of stuff. Oopsie. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about that district now. It all happens here. Either way, I like to think that I've at least maxed out the happiness there. Is getting there. It just needs the carousel of books and the tribute of ingenuity. I mean, just unlocking this thing is an achievement in its own right. Alright, carrots could get out the way. You can get cut briefly. Apologise for this brief interruption into service, and we shall have it restored shortly. Eh. I actually should have the metal blocks to do it too. Much yawning. Anyway, I think it's almost that time. I've sort of reached as I sort of alluding to, I sort of reached a natural endpoint. I got all these maxed out. There's more stuff to do, but it's anything beyond that is just it's kind of just more of the same. Sort of reached the end point of the game. Yeah, let's just bring those up. But I conquered the definitely conquered the hard mode with this giant lake. I got the water distribution. Effectively have the water distribution up. I'm actually this water dump is slowly draining this district dry, but that's fine. So yeah, it's I can take it further, but I maybe I'll revisit it. Maybe I won't. Maybe wait until some updates come for this. For tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. What do we got? Could do Rift Breaker. Although that game is also, I've actually finished that once, and it's kind of repetitive also. Just in time, you have a team meeting. Ah, perfect. Yeah, I could do Rift Breaker, but it's also kind of repetitive after a while. It gets a bit enduring as well. It probably doesn't help that I take my time in it. There's also a lot of waiting for research to happen in that game. I think what else we got? What else have I got that I had recently? Let's change the. Let's have a look. Check the other PC for Steam library. Could do more Oni. Although again, it wears out its welcome pretty quick. Yeah, Riftbreaker, Bot Wars, Reaper World 4. Space Engineers, maybe. Starbase, maybe. Oh yeah, I could do a Dungeons 3. Do another one of the thingies. Well, apparently Hammerting's had an update too. Oh, the actual game's released. Game Hammerting also kinda runs aground pretty quick. Maybe Dyson Sphere. Dyson Sphere, I don't know, something kinda doesn't do it for me. There's also Factory Town. Maybe we'll look at Factory Town. Now that seeing as though Factory Town was released, Industry's got it is also a fun game. I haven't played that in a while. I could give that a go too. Maybe a Wednesday thing, Industry. Just because I'm kind of curious about Factory Town. Because I've had that game since like 2018. Spellcross old fucking DOS game. It reminds me of a there was I think it was a Finnish game. It was a top-down shooter. It was like Finnish or Swedish or something. I remember it like ages ago, a million years ago, which means the 90s. It was like a really brutal top-down semi-procedurally generated shooter. It had hard-coded levels, but all of the items and enemies were procedurally generated. A turn-based strategy and time when RTS was a thing. And in a way, turn-based strategy was kind of timeless, because Civilization was sort of always there in the background. Yeah, Mindustry, yeah, I'd probably give Mindustry a go again. It's just all the campaign stuff kind of gets repetitive after a while. That's the only thing with Industry. Yeah, tomorrow I think I'll look at Factory Town. So make sure to tune in again then for that. Try and make sure to post the thing more than like 5 minutes beforehand, like I usually do. Yeah. Industry is multiplayer. That is an advantage. Also, hi Darthy. I'd have to remember how to play it though. The tech tree is pretty long. It's getting all the there's nothing worse than blowing up a reactor because you don't get the coolant right. I've definitely done that once or twice. Yeah, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna leave it there and head to bed. I've been quietly lurking while playing. Oh yes, the new farming sim's out. The farming sim 22's out. Yeah, so you've been farming. In theory, I should have that, I think, too. Or is it a new major release? Because I did get... Yeah, it's a new major release, so I don't have it. I have 20, which I've barely played, mind you. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stop rambling on and go to bed. So thank you all very much for watching and hanging out. And see you guys all tomorrow. Oh yeah, I really need to fix the missing share growth button.